Hey there, welcome back to Coding Stuff, and this is fifth part of our To-Do List app using Firebase as a backend. In the last video, we have successfully retrieved data from Cloud Firestore to our recycler view. Now in this video, we'll see how we can edit the task or how we can delete the task by swiping the item. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, link is in the description box. Do so. There are posts some stuff related to programming and Android, and also if you have some major issues or major error, you can DM me as well and I will surely reply you. So before that, I have to fix one thing, that is so the issue is whenever we retrieve the data from Cloud Firestore, it's not in a proper order. So even we are reversing it, but this will not work, and I tested it. This doesn't work every time because it gets data randomly from Cloud Firestore. So we have to use some queries to order the data in proper manner. We need to use order by query, and previously we have used that query in Instack blog app tutorial. Okay, so what we need to do, just after this firestore.collection and the collection name, we'll use dot order by. So we'll come back here. First, in add new task, we have to store in task map, we have to store the time stamp. So task map dot put, here we need to specify the field. So I'll name it as a time, and the value will be field value dot server timestamp and then semicolon. Sorry. Okay, so now in the main activity, so in order by, what we need to do, first we'll just use, so first parameter we need to pass the field, so that will be time, of course, direction, this query dot direction dot descending, this one. Okay, so now I'll just hit on the run button and we'll see it's working or not. So it is installed and there is no data now. I just need to add some data. So let's write task 1 and we'll pass some due date, let's say 13, save. Then I'll add another task, let's name it as a task 2, and I'll set some due date, let's say of 14. Okay, and save. So now as you can see, it's not working properly. Task 2 is not at the top, but if I just close the app and I open again, so you will see the task 2 will be at the top. Okay, as you can see, so this is happening because we haven't implement our interface yet. So implements, and our our interface name is on dialog close listener. Press alt enter to implement the method, that is on dialog close. We have created this method earlier. So here what we need to do, we can call our show data method over here, and we can just notify our adapter that data set changed, and we can also clear our list. So mlist dot clear, and again I will hit on the run button and let's see. Okay, so task 2 is at the top now, and I'll not set any due date. So as you can see, task 3 retrieves 2 times. So again we have to fix this. So how we can fix this, we need to create few variables, let's say 2 variables. First will be query, that will come from Cloud Firestore. We'll name it as a query. Then we need one listener registration. So this will be our query. So we'll write query equals to Firestore collection, and here we need to write a semicolon. Then we'll write a listener registration equals to query dot add snapshot listener, and this will be happy. Then after the for loop, when we retrieved all the data, we need to detach this listener registration. So just write listener registration dot remove. So previously what we were doing, we called this show data method in on create method and as well as in on dialog close. So what was happening, so this show data method gets called and it runs whole query and it loads all the tasks. Then in on dialog close, let's say we added new task, so this and we close that bottom sheet dialog, so this list gets cleared. But when we call this show data method, it loads the data two times. Okay, recently added task, it loads that two times because we didn't close or detach the listener. So for that we have used listener registration now. So now as soon as the data has been loaded, it will detach or it will remove that listener from Firestore. Okay, so now if I hit on the run button, this should work. Okay, so task 3 is at the top, and let me write task 4 and I'll hit on the save button. So as you can see, task 4 is at the top and this is working perfectly fine. So now we need to work on update and delete. So what we have to do in to-do adapter class, we'll create one method for deleting the task and for editing the task. So first will be, let's say, void delete task. This will take a position of the item. So first we'll create a to-do model object. So to-do model equals to our list, to-do list dot get, and here we need to pass the position. Then what we'll do, we'll run Firestore query. So Firestore collection, and our collection name is task. Then document, so to-do model dot task id. Then we'll write delete. So it will delete that document from Cloud Firestore. Then also we need to delete it from our list. So I think to-do list, just this one, dot remove, and here we need to pass the position. Then we just need to notify the adapter that item removed, and we need to pass the position. So yeah, that was for deleting the task. Now we need to create one method for editing the task. So edit task, and again similarly we'll pass position over here. So similarly we'll create one object of to-do model, get to-do list dot get, and we'll pass in the position. So what we have to do, whenever we edit the task, the existing data should be set to the edit text. So for that we need to pass some data from the adapter class to add new task class. So for that we'll use bundle equals to new bundle, and then we'll put string, and the key will be, let's pass task first. Task will be to-do model dot get task, bundle dot put string. This will be due to-do model dot get due, and the last thing, bundle dot put string. This should be id, I guess. So to-do model dot task id, and then we have to create instance of add new task. Add new task is equal to add new task. Then we have to pass this bundle to add new task class. So for that we'll write add new task dot set arguments, this one, and we need to pass the bundle. Then add new task dot show will just display it. So get, we have to use context here, activity dot get support fragment manager, and then add new task dot tag get tag. Okay, so delete task and edit task. Now what we'll do, we'll create one class that will be, we'll name it as a touch helper, and this will extend to item touch helper dot simple callback. Press alt enter to implement some methods. So we got two methods, and also we have to create constructor, and we'll delete all these comments, and we'll create one adapter instance here. So private, sorry, to do adapter, let's name it as an adapter, and instead of passing this directions from here. We just will just pass to adapter instance, and then we'll just set them. So adapter, sorry, this dot adapter equals to adapter. So instead of passing this drag direction and swipe direction, so we are not dragging anything, so we'll pass 0 as a drag direction, and then item touch helper dot left or item touch helper dot right. Okay, so we'll not implement on move method, we just will just work on this on swipe method. So at the first we need to create one final variable of position, final int, and we'll name it as a position. This will equals to a view holder dot get adapter position, and then we'll check if the direction is equals to item touch helper dot right. Then the user want to delete it, so before deleting we can display one alert dialog. So alert dialog dot builder, let's name it as a builder, equals to new alert dialog builder. So in here we need to pass the context. So to do adapter is adapter dot get context. Okay, we haven't created that method in to do adapter class, so we can do it now. Public void, so public context get context, we'll name it as, and this will just return the activity, so we can use it in the touch helper class. So get context, and this will be happy. Then we'll just set some message. So builder dot set message, this will be are you sure. Again we can just set title to it, title will be delete task. Then we can set positive and negative button. So if it is positive button, means user want to delete the task, then what we need to pass, first will be the text. So positive button will be yes, and then new dialog interface on click listener. Also let's take care of set negative button, so this will be no, and new dialog interface, then semicolon. Okay, so if the user click on a negative button, then we'll call our adapter dot notify item changed, and here we need to pass the position. And if the user seriously want to delete the task, then what we'll do, we'll call our to do adapter dot delete task, and here we'll pass in the position. Okay, so as we are done with the on swipe method, now we need to implement one more method, that is on child draw, to add some background color while swiping. So we'll just override on child draw, and we'll use one library to implement this all background colors, because if you do it from scratch it will take a lot of time. So this is the library, I will provide this link in the description box. So yeah, I will just copy this implementation and I'll paste it in the build.gradle app level over here, then hit on sync now. So it is synced. So now we'll copy this much of code over here, and we just need to import this class, and we don't need this two stuff, so I'll just delete them, and then we'll add on swipe right action icon, and we need to add some drawables for delete and edit. So vector asset, search for delete, actually we want it in the white color, so click on choose and next, finish. r.drawable dot delete, and we'll also add the color, so add swipe right background color, and this will be color dot red. Then we'll add left background icon, action icon, and this will be r dot drawable dot. So we'll add another drawable. So hit on drawable and new vector asset. This time we'll require edit. So just search for edit, this one, and we want it in a white color. Hit on next, finish, and then we need to add background color. So swipe left background color, and this time we need to use context compact dot get color adapter dot context, and then r dot color dot green blue. Okay, so this will work. And now we need to do one thing in main activity. We need to attach this touch helper with our recycler view. So over here what we'll do, we'll create one item touch helper. Let's name it as item touch helper, new item touch helper. So here we'll pass new touch helper, our class name, and here we need to pass the adapter. So adapter, and then semicolon. Then we'll use this item touch helper dot attach to recycler view, and we'll pass in our recycler view. Okay, so now we are just left with the saving the edit task into Cloud Firestore. So just hit on the add new task class, and okay, so in on view created method we'll create one final variable that will be is final boolean is update, to check user want to update the task or he's just saving for the first time. So this will be false at the first, and then we'll create one bundle variable, and also that will be final bundle and get arguments. Then we'll check if bundle is not equals to null, means user want to edit the task. So we'll make our is update variable true first, so means user want to update the task, and then we'll get the task. So bundle dot get string, and the key was task. Then at the top we'll create another string variable, so private string, and this will be id. So id will equals to bundle dot get string, and the key will be id. Then also we can create one variable for due date, so private string, and let's name it as a due date update. So due date equals to bundle dot get string, and key was due. Then we'll set this task to edit text, so I'm task edit dot set text, and here we'll pass in the task. Then also we have another text view, so set due date, and here we'll pass this due date variable. Okay, so again, if user has not edited the task, we can disable the button. So if task dot length is greater than 0, we call our button and we'll just disable it, set enable, and this will be false. Then again we'll set background color of our button to gray, so color dot gray. Okay, so now in the, let me just minimize this method. So now in the on click listener of save button, what we can do over here, we can check if is update is true, means user want to update the data, else we'll put all of this stuff in the else part. Okay, so this else code will be executed when user is saving the task for the first time, and then we'll take care of this is update. So we'll just call our Firestore and dot collection task dot document, and here we need to pass id dot update. So the first field will be task. We'll update it with the task, and then I guess due, we'll update it with the due date, and then semicolon. Okay, and after this we can display one toast as task updated. Okay, I guess there is one error. Okay, we shouldn't make this variable as a final. This should be boolean is update, but now this will be not happy. Press on the right bulb, and so this will create another variable that is final update, and it will make equals to is update. Okay, so that's pretty much tough. We have done everything correct, I guess. Now it's time to run the app, so I'll hit on the run button. Okay, so before that, I guess in our add new task method, I have passed a due date over here instead of due date update. So just write here due date update, and again I hit on the run button. So our app has been installed. Okay, so now if I swipe to task 2, as you can see, everything is set correctly, and our button is disabled yet because we have not made any changes over here. So let me just open task 2. Okay, this one, and I'll write here task new, and I'll hit on the save button. So task new is updated, as you can see, and it has been updated over here. And if I swipe it to the, let's say, right side, and as you can see, alert dialog is pop up, and if I hit on the no, it will be restored, but if I hit on the yes, it will be deleted. Okay, so it has been deleted from our cloud Fasto and also from our app. Okay, so this is task 1. If I check this box, so status is updated, and if I uncheck it, so status is updated. So our app is working perfectly fine, and there are no issues in our app. Okay, so that's all for this tutorial series. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe.